Welcome back to House of Prep. Thank you for joining in on this video. Um, Today I wanted to talk about having a food shortage pantry. You don't want to be caught off guard. Not again. If you were caught off the first time, shame on the crisis. But if you're caught off guard on the second time, it's going to be shame on you. Right around the corner could be another one coming. We have no idea what's happening the rest of this year. An early video I did talk about that a little bit more in depth and some of the importances of it. But as you can see, I was able to figure out some ways to do some extra storage in the kitchen. Now our house is a small house. There's not a lot of room, not a lot of extra square footage to be able to store items, food, prep items. We did have an opportunity this past year to do a kitchen remodel. Well, in that kitchen remodel, as you can see, this pantry here, this was non-existent. There was nothing here whatsoever. So when we had gotten some money for the kitchen remodel, I did a lot of the demo work myself, the floor work myself. I did some different things to be able to save a little bit of money and then take that money and invest it for a matching cabinet that goes with the rest of the kitchen, but it's set from where you see here all the way to the floor of extra storage. See, at one point I had went to my wife and I said, hey, you know that I like to prepare for things, and I'm kind of a prepper and I like to get things built up, and I said I kind of want to start moving it to another level. I've kind of bypassed the few tubs that I have squirreled away and hidden food and things, and I wanted to be able to have more of a working prep pantry, things that we can stock ahead and see and keep it rotated and make it simple to organize. And she said, well, as long as you're not taking over the house and making the whole house look like we're a prepper house. And so if I call our name that, but I very much, she is totally agreeing, totally on board, totally understands and believes in what we're doing and being prepared. So we came to a good compromise. This area up here though, I did check to see what was in here. The area above the refrigerator, everyone's house is different. That's where all the stuff goes up here that nobody can reach. Nobody even knows what's up there. So I went up there and sure enough, there was a bunch of miscellaneous stuff that nobody knew was up there, probably didn't even need. So I cleared that out, and that was another huge area of space that I could just stack and put extra supplies and preps in there. So as we're talking about this area of your home, or hopefully if you don't have something, that you get creative, and if an opportunity presents itself, try to find something that you can do to help organize your preps and your food storage. It's going to go a long way for rotating. It's going to go a long way making sure you're not wasting any food. I mean, you've spent money on that food. You don't want to waste it. So when you get it working, it makes it a lot easier as you're using it and moving things forward, and then you can do a quick scan through and see what things need to be replaced. Or better yet, start you a list. You take something out, write it down. Make sure that way the next time you go to the grocery store, you go ahead and purchase that item and you know that that's going to get replaced. Does it require a little bit of extra work on your part? Absolutely yes. But in the long run, you're going to be better organized, and you're going to have those preps and the food ready to go at a moment's notice. On a previous video I did, we talked about getting started at least with a couple tubs of backup food. As you start progressing and you get past that point, you start creating an organizable system. And yeah, you'll still have your stuff squirreled away, but you want a system set up to make it easier for you and less frustrating. Because let's be honest, we have so many frustrations already in life. Why add another one to ourselves? Self-inflicted. We don't want to do that. So we want to make this as simplified as you can get it, but top to bottom, what you keep in your fridge, what you have in extra little squirrel holes you got around the house, and some other things stored up in your closets and things. And you even start getting to a point where you can start getting some long-term storage food. Some of these dry goods foods, they last up to 30 years. And I had started adding that. Once you get to a point, you can start adding that, but we'll talk about that on another time, a different video. But you do want to be able to be organized. Don't create a pantry and just hodgepodge, just randomly just shove stuff in there. and you go buy some more stuff, and you just come in and you just start shoving everything to the back, and you put all the new stuff to the front. That you don't want to operate that way. You're going to have a huge mess on your hands, and you're not going to know exactly what you have or how much of it you have. And before you know it, you're going to start getting outdated stuff that's been shoved to the back. And over time, a lot of that stuff's going to have to be thrown away. And let's be real, we don't want to throw away money. So we want to make sure we have this, we keep it neat and organized as possible, and try to keep it all to where you can get to it, you know what you have, and that all of your meals and everything is going to be covered. And I'm at the point now, my goal after having a month's supply, 1 to 2 months, 3 months supply, I'm pushing to get to that 6 month supply level. And I'm pretty close of how much food with everything that you have that you want to be able to survive. Now, you may not be eating all the best foods and fun things that you have once you've been in a survival situation, but you're going to have enough calories and enough proteins and enough things that feed your body that your body is going to need to get you through a time of life that might come to us again, where it might be even longer before you can get things from the grocery store. Or even if there's things that are out on the shelves, you'll have the knowledge that you have those items, and you know that you will still be able to continue the way of life that you've always had. So I hope this quick little video has helped you. I hope that this kind of encourages you and inspires you to take your prepping to the next level. Or maybe you've been a prepper already and you've kind of letting things get out of hand a little bit, and maybe take a step back and hey, let's reorganize. Maybe let's get another container or another type of a cabinet or something that we can maybe utilize some things a little bit better. Think outside the box and try to get ourselves back on focus on how we started and how that you can help somebody else learn. And if you have any ideas, or if you've had a spouse that you've had a conversation with, and you have some of the back and forth of compromise on how you want to be a prepper in your house and for your household, add something to the comments. I'd love to hear about them. I'd love to hear about some of your stories about how things are in your household, and how that you have different obstacles to overcome, and everybody has to work out compromises to get along. And that's what you want, a happy household. So a happy household and a fed household, right? So we got to make sure that we're always prepping. Don't forget the water. Get your stacks of water. You can never have enough extra bottled water. I mean, I just constantly fill in the fridge, and we have some stacks that we keep out, and we're in the process of moving, so that's going to be fun with moving all the preps and boxing everything up, and over the next couple weeks moving into a new home. Then I'll be starting all over with figuring out ways to organize, and I'm sure that you'll see those in some future videos as well. So thank you all very much for joining in on this, and please hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, throw a comment out there, let me know what you think, and you all have a great rest of the day.